Hello, it is me, Zach Brightman. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be doing a little deep dive on why you shouldn't compare Taylor Swift and Beyoncé. Let's get into it. Context. Sorry, I literally had hair on my tongue. This is Taylor Swift, this is Beyoncé. Why I think I'm qualified to speak on this situation. I stand both. Beyoncé hoodie, Beyoncé cup, Taylor Swift. Got posters all around my room of both of them, you know. My Spotify Wrapped. Come on. Facts don't lie, pics don't lie. Got the receipts. So what has been going on with Taylor Swift and Beyoncé? So this is basically just for Stan Twitter, because I don't really think they've been getting compared anywhere else except like the actual news and the media. Because up until this year, Taylor and Beyoncé were never really put against each other. They were never, their fan bases got along. I remember when the Swifties and the Beehive liked each other. But what happened this year, and Taylor spoke about this in her Time magazine, they both went on tour. Ooh. And Taylor said this in the Time magazine. I'll try to get the quote. I feel like she said something along the lines of, a lot of people toured or did stadium tours this year, yet me and Beyoncé were the only ones who were compared. Okay, I've got the quote here. There were so many stadium tours this summer, she said, but the only ones that were compared were me and Beyoncé. Clearly, it's very lucrative for the media and stan culture to pit two women against each other, even when those two artists in question refused to participate in that discussion. So it wasn't just even like the fans doing it, it was definitely the media and the news outlets and tabloids were chatting shit as well. And one of the things that was dumb as fuck that I saw the most was there was an article that came out about the Renaissance World Tour, and it said something about being like, best tour, there's a horse on a stage. It was something like that, and then obviously Swifties on Twitter went fucking crazy. They were like, wait, but how is Taylor's tour making more money if there wasn't a horse on the stage? Because Stan Twitter, they have, and I didn't want to make this video of the fear that one person will put this on Stan Twitter and I will get decimated. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's not that deep, literally don't care. I have a job, I'll be fine. Number one, they are not peers. They were not, like, I don't know, because now I would say they're not peers still, but they are the only two artists on the same level at the moment. So Taylor debuted in 2007 and Beyoncé debuted in 1997 with Destiny's Child, and then Dangerously in Love, her debut album, came out in 2003. So, like, Beyonce's peers are more, like, artists from the 90s, like Britney, Pink, and then Taylor's peers are more like, I don't know, maybe like Katy Perry and stuff, because when they debuted, they weren't fighting each other to get the debut spot because Beyonce was already established and Taylor was rising. Now, it's probably fair to say that they are peers, but at one point they definitely weren't. They have different talents. People use the fact that Taylor doesn't have, like, the strongest vocals or that she isn't the best dancer. However, that doesn't stop the fact that her concerts are bad or good, It doesn't stop the fact that her concerts are, I don't know. So like where Beyonce is a vocalist, I saw her live and literally nearly cried when she did the opening ballads. Like, I've never had goosebumps like that in my life before. I thought my arm was gonna fall off. And she can dance and she can like have the stamina to keep both and put on a performance that way. But then, because everyone has a different talents, Beyoncé doesn't write a lot of her own songs. She has a lot of writers in the room with her. Her lyrics aren't as deep from the surface level, whereas Taylor's last few albums have had critically acclaimed for their songwriting in the songs. They're literally friends. And like a lot of people like, no, they're only friends because like of all the hate and the comparisons. But even in 2009, when Kanye showed Taylor up at the VMAs, Beyoncé, when she won an award later that night, she called Taylor back up and was like, come here. She gave her a hug. Like, I think Jay-Z and Beyonce literally went to one of Taylor's birthday parties in like 2014. Like, come on. They both do know how to put on a show. They do. I've seen Beyonce live. I'm seeing Taylor next year. So far, Beyonce is probably the best concert I've seen because she knows how to do it. People who see Taylor say that that was the best show that they've seen. They both have different strong points, like everyone does. So comparing them is so silly. Because Taylor's show is like 3.5 hours, and Beyonce's isn't. I think Beyonce's is like 3 hours as well. I can't really remember because she didn't sing the big three for me. Anyway, also, where, like, I am a Beyonce stan, I do stan them both, but Beyonce's music and Taylor Swift's music is definitely marketed towards different audiences, because Beyonce's music, she isn't afraid to, like, evolve and do things with music that no one else is really doing, like Renaissance. Because Swifties use Renaissance as an insult. They call it Renaissamples, and they're like, she used so many samples and interpolations that it's just not a good album. Whereas Renaissance made me realise that samples and interpolations is a form of art, and it can make an album so much better by... Because Renaissance was like a homage to her uncle. And then it's also just like her showing gratefulness to her singers before her. And I don't want to get into it too much because Renaissance is definitely... It was an album for, like, the Black community and the LGBT community. So whereas that is true, I do also not relate to the album, but it is something that means a lot to me. It was like my second most listened to album of this year, 2 years in a row now. It's such, like, it was a very monumental album, and that is like a positive thing. Yet some Swifties will use that as an insult, and it's like, what are you doing? And I'm not saying that Taylor's scared, because Taylor's switched genres like 10 times now. Like, she definitely isn't scared to change and adapt, but it's just different. And like, Beyonce still has fans from the 90s, so she has to kind of like make music that her fans from the 90s will like and her fans from yesterday will like. So she's kind of doing that, and whereas Taylor's doing the same thing, but it's from like 2007, because there was a whole decade where Beyonce was making music, being an artist, and Taylor wasn't even in the scene yet. Why did their fan bases turn on each other? I know I've already said it, but it was definitely the tour, because they were fine before, and then the tour started similar times? Or did the Eras tour start in like May? Or did the Renaissance... Oh wait, no, I think Eras tour started in like March, and then the Renaissance tour started in like May. I'm not sure. What will happen if comparisons stop? A utopia. Not by Travis Scott. But a utopia will ensue. Because it's like, literally just stop. Like, actually, what is the issue? Like, why are you doing this? It's so silly to be doing this. Like, calm down. Wait, hello? Why am I literally Beyonce? That's insane. Like, come on. Being a Beyonce stan in this day and age is so hard. Oh my god, literally no one gets it. Like, me and the one other Beyonce stan in the world fighting for our lives at the moment. I swear. Thank you so much for watching. Moral of the story is stop comparing two women purely because they are both being successful simultaneously. Please give this video a like, leave a comment on your thoughts, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.